Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
We're here.
The pre-ramblers really got an extra show. It was like a special edition.
It was like the
I wasn't even on it.
Richard wasn't here. It was like the Cleveland Moto podcast, but in northern
Janus
Indiana.
Employees.
Everyone was just chilling. But we won't talk any more about that because if you wanted to experience it, you have to be a part of the pre-ramble, and you can do so by hitting the join button down below.
There you go, folks.
Bam. How y'all doing? This
FOMO.
is episode number 134. Can you believe it, Richard?
Yeah, I can believe it.
You just count, you know?
Last episode was 133. And we were on Cleveland Moto. It was pretty crazy, and they were saying that they were on episode 556.
556.
That's a lot of episodes.
And
their episodes are longer than ours.
3 hours is how long we were on.
I was on extra long one, I think.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a good time. You guys should check that out.
It was a lot of fun, although I will say by the end of it, I had definitely had about 3 whiskeys too many.
I am glad that I wasn't drinking because I would have been in the same boat. And then both of us would have been bad.
As it was just me that was bad.
It was just Richard that was bad. I was very quiet because I was very tired. I was a sleepy boy. We've got a good episode for you guys planned today, though. We're going to be talking about American manufacturing.
Motorcycles.
What is the...
American motorcycles.
The question is, what even is an American motorcycle?
Yeah, that's a good way to... I think it's better, not detracting from your clickbait thumbnail, but is it American enough? I prefer what is an American motorcycle.
And then you can ask the secondary question, is it American enough?
Is that one enough? Is that one enough? Is Janus motorcycles American enough?
We'd love to hear what you think in the chat. The chat's a great way for you to talk to us. Richard and I have these little microphones, and you guys have your keyboards, so please keep the chats coming. We will do our best to stay on top of it. If it's anything like last week, you guys kind of had your own conversation, and we were just here talking to ourselves. So if that's what you want to do, sure. But first up,
My name.
Oh, you do that.
First up.
No, you do. You do that.
My name is Richard Worsham. I'm co-founder and head of design at Janus Motorcycles. I'm broadcasting live to you all from Goshen, Indiana at the Ramble studio. I ramble with a variety of two-wheeled and three-wheeled and four-wheeled vehicles. We'll pick 3.
Just a couple.
A Kawasaki KLR 650 from 2009. A 1999 Ducati 750 Supersport, and a Halcyon 250 number 68 from 2017.
Way back when.
Yeah. I didn't get a lot of riding in over the weekend. Wait, no, I did take a bike out.
Did you?
On Saturday. Did I do Saturday? Friday. I did. But
nice.
The rest I was busy.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of yard work.
And I had to run from Cleveland to back home to Cincinnati to back home, all within 2 days.
Wow.
That was something else. I don't want to.
Oh, I had family in town. My mother was in town.
Oh, nice.
That was nice.
Did she take the Vespa for a spin?
She did not. It needs cables, but I'll have it. I'll have it ready for August when they come back out.
Perfect.
The cables are on order for Midland.
The specialty Vespa cables. Yeah. My name is Jansen. I'm also coming to you live from Goshen's world headquarters, from Janus's world headquarters here in Goshen, Indiana. More particularly, the Ramblestream studio. I ramble in a Ford Lightning and soon to be rambling on a Phoenix 450 named Fours, and I am sipping on today a delicious, contrary to what Richard thinks, beautiful, yummy pina colada cream M43. It's a New England India Pale Ale. It is very, very good, and also my first alcoholic beverage in 77 days. It's so
you didn't
good.
have one over the weekend?
I had 3 sips of a Michelob, and then I fell asleep. And I'm not counting that.
I also take periodic breaks from I fast at certain times of the year, and you do have to watch out when you. It's not just alcohol. But like different kinds of food. When you get back into it, it will
destroy you.
It will do weird things to your body.
I had Taco Bell. I had Taco Bell on yesterday. I woke up this morning and I felt hungover.
Yeah.
And I think
that actually is a thing. That's a real thing. No, I've absolutely experienced that.
Brutal. But we're here now and I feel alive and well. First person to tune in to the Ramble stream. This is a first. Arlsberg, I don't remember you ever being here first. Even you were like kind of questioning it. You're like, am I really first? Congratulations, you did it. Here's your high five.
We have a 10:59 and 11:40 second, Kelly.
That's close. Kelly was coming in real close. Who knows? It could have been seconds. Kelly, you're in here again. Good to see you. Speed Racer, your 4-week streak has ended. I'll pray for you, and maybe you'll get them next time. Eric Green, live in 5 hours, and people are already showing up. Eric with Outlaw in Vancouver, Washington. Yeah, you guys are pretty sick. You guys are pretty cool. Semtech, yes, sir. Halcyon 1,148 here, too. And then, of course, Gary Smith.
New member of the channel.
Became a member. Welcome. He was tuned into his first ever pre-ramble, and it was a special one. It was a special one.
I didn't even hear what they were talking about. I was literally in a different room on the phone.
He's gone, just away, just doing his own thing. He said, those guys, those young bucks will take care of it.
It'll be amusing at least.
I wish, we'll probably watch it back, maybe. Michigan Road, found this interesting place called Motor City Axe. What is that? What is Motor City Axe? Please explain. Not everyone. I missed it by 7 hours. Bad work day. And the rest of this week is only going to get worse. Well, hopefully that this can be a beacon of light on your Monday.
Tex Moto Dad. Good evening, my rambling brothers and sisters. Enjoying some Shinerbach and freshly made barbecue ribs.
Ooh.
I had a really nice dinner. It was very rushed, but the good thing about steak is it doesn't take long to cook.
Nope. Well, depending on who you are.
Broccoli out of the garden.
Fresh broccoli, a nice medium rare
Second
steak.
growth broccoli. Second round of our broccoli.
Producing.
It's like more tender, honestly. It was good.
Huh.
It was the best broccoli I've had.
I wonder if there's any science behind that.
Maybe it could have just been the way my wife cooked it. But.
Howdy from Wyoming. Finally made it to the live stream. Halcyon 450, number 422. What's up? And I've never seen your name before, so welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Who else is in here? There we go.
Scott Spence. Saw Scott over the weekend. He came down for our Discovery Day. Halcyon 250 number 212 and Halcyon 450 number 178 here from Elkhart. Sipping on, well, I haven't decided yet.
Well, now's the perfect time.
You've got about an hour to make up your mind.
You've got time. Spanova. Steve on Boris, Halcyon 250 number 1085.
Go ahead, finish up.
And Nancy on Natasha, Halcyon 250 number 1080 from Georgia, sipping on coconut water and water.
I feel like
neat.
Am I just missing things, or have they not been on in a while?
We haven't seen them in a while.
I haven't seen them in quite a while.
If they've been here, if you guys have been here, you've been lurking.
Yeah,
and that's
good to see you.
That's not good. So glad you're here, tuning in, chatting it up.
I forgot to mention what I was sipping on.
Oh yeah,
Angel's Envy, courtesy of Kelly Chrisman, and Jansen's gonna up his drinking game shortly, so he can at least have a little bit of this.
I will.
In honor of Kelly.
And thank you, Kelly.
Seriously.
I will let you know how that's tasted.
I brought a bottle of Elijah Craig.
Yes.
To the Cleveland Moto podcast. Mm-hmm. I think we made it
polished
about.
It off.
If we didn't polish it off, we got real close.
It's close. I saw it.
I think I made a big dent in my own bourbon.
You weren't the only one though. That's the thing. Everyone was kind of sucking that stuff down. I'm seeing some comments about some lag. Everything looks good on our end, as far as I can tell. If you guys could go ahead and refresh, that might fix it. If not, I don't have a solution present right now. So maybe next week we'll be hardwired in to fix that. But let's get a poem in the meantime. Yes, the laptop is plugged in, Jason.
It looks good on my phone, but maybe I'm not seeing it.
I think a good refresh would help a lot.
Yeah. So this is from our friend A.E. Stallings.
A classic.
Called Dutch Flower Paintings from the 1670s. The ladybird, or bug, exits stage right. Or no, stage left, tiptoeing the tabletop. But somewhat towards us, toward the source of light. while overhead towers the scalloped cup of brindled tulip, pillowy peony, bouquet of blooms that never blew together. Golden age idinaton. Oops.
Whoa.
New word. The bee that crawls away behind the base, however, as if to hide some sadness in its face, or disappointed in the painted bower's stigma and stamen, vanishes apace behind what isn't there, that vase of flowers. It doesn't fly. Is it allegory? It drumbles off to where oil's darkness hives, natura morta cum memento mori, as by withdrawing, mystery survives. I think that she was looking at Richard Wilbur's poem on another Dutch painting by Pieter de Hoek,
You think she was pulling?
which we've read on this stream. I think, she's definitely a disciple of Richard Wilbur, with all the allegory and the word. I mean, look at all the wordplay in that, like just like even alliteration.
Right. It almost sounds the same when I hear you read an A. Stalling.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't even mistake one for Wilbur sometimes. Yeah. I just found this. I know I've said this, but I found this in a. Wait, no. How did I find this? It was some kind of happy accident, and I was like, "This sounds like what is this? This is like right up my alley."
Wait a second.
And then I realized that she was a Greek scholar and all this stuff. I was like, "Okay, all right." She actually lives in Greece, I think.
How cool would it be to live in Greece?
I think it would be nice for either a brief holiday stay or maybe if you were a monk.
Oh, fair. One of my life goals is to be able to go on vacation for 3 months.
Well, that's kind of probably a lot of people would share that.
I'm not saying it's unique. I'm just saying it's one of my life goals.
I find, I'm not trying to like one up you or anything, but I do find that about 2 weeks and I start
getting a little antsy.
Getting really antsy. Now, it may be, entrepreneurialism or whatever, but I really like a challenge. And there have been, the best vacation I ever took was walking across Spain. And that was a month.
And you were like, you had a goal.
We had a start point on one side in France, and then we were walking all the way to the other side. And that was very engaging. And I did not think about anything else.
I couldn't imagine that being engaging at all.
Yeah. But I do when I travel, this is really off topic, but when I travel, I feel like you want to do something that's makes you a part of the place where you have a role to play.
Right.
I just can't like sit on the beach my brain just starts atrophying, and it's like,
I'm just now thinking about this as we're talking, and maybe the goal is to be able to go on vacation for 3 months, to turn that side of your brain off for a second and just like really be present where you are and experience.
Or what if you flipped it and said that the goal is to find out how to pursue your vocation in different places.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
because I think that the key to really good traveling is to figure out how to live like the people there do.
Right.
Where you have something to do. Well, another example, times I've spent overseas at least, is studying.
Yeah.
And I felt that is the most rewarding because you have a job. Mm-hmm. You can't dawdle around. You got to be at this place at this time, and then you start like really experiencing the place for what it is, other than this.
Not like the touristy.
If you come to Goshen and you're just on vacation, you're going to get an experience, but you're not going to actually learn that place like a local would know.
Right.
Anyway, that's
America. That was your philosophical segment on the Ramble. But it's time to go to builds of the week. So we'll see you right after this. We have a stranger.
we have a stranger in the building. We're hearing somebody walking in.
We're like, what the heck is that?
That's why we lock the doors normally.
I think the doors are still wide open.
Yes, they are.
Builds of the week. Richard, this right here I'm definitely not stalling to pull it up. Where is my mouse?
I'm going to go ahead and make a guess, though.
Make a guess.
You can keep pulling it up. I'm going to say that this is going to be cream.
Cream.
Aga cream.
So Michael's Halcyon 450 number 444 is Aga cream to you.
That's what I'm guessing.
I'm going to say.
You can say the same thing.
I'm not going to say Aga cream. I'm going to say maize.
Ooh, I thought about maize.
I'm going to say.
But then I thought otherwise.
I'm going to say maize.
Maize would be good.
Maize would be cool. I'm here for maize. Pump through these pictures here.
All right, we got black, red, vintage red, and blue guesses in the chat.
Those are all solid answers. I think Jason Black guesses black almost every single time. No fork tie downs, unfortunately. This is Michael's Halcyon 450 number 444.
444.
444. Okay, we got some brown leather here. Not looking too good for my maize. Oh.
Not cream.
I don't
no
think
cream.
so.
Oh.
Whoa, it's still
OD
got
green.
The templates on it.
Look at that. Now you're getting some process shots here. With silver. Black and silver, I think.
I think we're experiencing internet issues
I think we are.
It's an us thing, everyone, in case you're wondering.
So we have had some internet issues.
Have we?
Comcast has been continuing to do work for like the last 3 weeks. So we're seeing the image we're seeing is actually a little fuzzy.
Is fuzzy.
Yeah,
So bear with us. Apologize.
There's nothing we can do on that.
There's unfortunately it's out of our hands here. Yeah, black and silver pinstripe though. That's a unique combination that I've never seen before.
Looks really good on the. I think that's satin.
It
olive
does
drab.
look satin. That looks very nice. Wow, that's very fuzzy.
It's very fuzzy. Sorry, folks.
If you could like just squint and look at that a little sideways, you can see the 444 there. You need Elon and his satellites. Wow, y'all. It's funny how the photos are fuzzy, but y'all are clear. That is...
We're seeing the same thing.
We're seeing the same... yeah, I see that. It looks
so
really
this is
fuzzy.
coming straight from a Google photo album.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's Google's problem. Oh, now it's cleared up.
There it goes.
I think it's just taking a while to load.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, let's not talk about
No more internet.
How the sausage is made.
Yes.
Just looking at that.
Straight to the
Beautiful.
picture.
Okay, we got a Halcyon 450 in olive drab satin with silver primary and black secondary pinstripe, copper feather logo, saddle brown leather with matching saddlebags, brushed stainless exhaust, headlight visor, number plate, and bar end weights. Also with a unsprung rear cargo rack. Beautiful bike.
These guys are funny. He says, "What time did I start drinking?"
Mike Skidmore. What is all this?
Yep. Y'all got any more pixels? Arlsberg says.
He says, current Alligator Arch ATK Boss Haas, Buell, Cleveland Cycle Works, Curtis. Oh, these are American motorcycle brands. I got you.
Okay.
I'm going, are these all bikes you own?
It's like, wow, what a dynamic bunch of motorcycles.
Yeah, that looks like you maybe came right out of Wikipedia.
Yes, straight copy paste. Beautiful, beautiful looking motorcycle, Michael. Congratulations. There's some more fuzz for you.
It does have tie downs.
It does.
They got
added later. Huh.
Weird. Oh, you know why? Because of the shocks. We have a shock shortage right now.
That's why.
It's always something, folks. It's
always something. Janus's experience of Jansen pixel sorted. That's a really hard sentence to say, Comfort Yank, and I'm so sorry for butchering it.
Speed Racer, it is a nice bike. It's very crisp.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Up next.
Also, I've been just kind of following along the chat. It sounds like Rev Free may be back on a bike, just taking it easy. It's really good to see. Everything looks much better now. Mostly, he's got a new bike. It's so good to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Rev Free. Glad you're able to get back up there. This is Timothy's Halcyon 450 number 439. My guess is American Blue.
Let's see. You know, one of these days I'm going to be right. I'm going to go with cream again.
Cream. Okay. Mike says those are supposed to be current American motorcycle manufacturers. The subject of your chat. Yes.
Thank you.
We are posing the question: is it enough that some components are made in America, or is there something else to this thing as well?
That is a good list, though. I think we should maybe return to that and just see what we think about all those brands.
Yeah, definitely. American Blue. You said cream. I'm gonna kind of go through these here.
Speed Racer's on my side
because of the internet issues. Fork tie downs, yes.
Some of these are coming through pretty clear.
Ooh, gosh.
Vintage red.
Dang it. The only time we don't guess vintage
Semtech.
red.
John, you got it. I mean, red.
We'll let it slide.
Multiple reds here. But look at that. Saddle brown. Nice.
Oh, it's got skirts too.
It's got skirted fenders.
Okay, let's just get to
the final shot and let it load for folks. All right, just go back to that last one. Okay, we'll give it a second.
We'll give it some time.
So what was the number of the bike again?
436.
Okay. So we have a a reddish blob. Vintage red Halcyon 450 with we really need to let this is frustrating.
This is insane.
What was the pinstripe color?
I don't even remember. I don't think we looked. I don't think we give it a second. Photos taken on a potato. Yes. I found out that Royal Enfield is made in India. Machina Road.
And Janus motorcycles is made in Indiana. Not India.
Correct. I know it's a common misconception. Mike says, my 2008 Buell has an Italian frame and switchgear, Chinese wheels, Japanese forks and shock, German luggage, USA made engine. So does that make it, Mike, an American motorcycle? That's the question. Oh,
that's the question. There we go.
Money.
Vintage red Halcyon 450 with gold and black pinstripes, saddle brown leather, polished stainless exhaust. We got saddlebags. We got a headlight visor. We got a number plate. So obviously, I mentioned skirted fenders, bar end weights. Fairly loaded bike.
Yeah, for real.
And I was just looking at this bike actually in the back, and it looks stunning.
The skirts, man.
They really do look good. Look at that.
So good. Wow, I can see the skirted fenders now. Skirts, yay.
I'm glad we're clear.
Yeah, it's clear now. That looks super sharp. And I believe that's a copper
feather logo. Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Great looking motorcycle.
It also has a little fuel bottle now on there.
Awesome. That we're seeing a lot of those, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We
are.
Just about everyone's
got fuel anxiety.
A fuel bottle. Up next, and last but not least, we've got James, and this is his Halcyon 450, number 447.
It's probably cream, right?
It's probably cream. What is that? The sunk cost fallacy? I'm gonna guess British racing green. Fork tie-downs. Let's go. Pictures seem to be loading.
It's good. Black leather.
Uh-oh. You don't see a lot of BRG British racing green with.
But it's very good. Actually, one of the first bikes we did with it was black.
We got a spoiler, and you didn't see it, so I'm gonna let it run.
Oh, I didn't see it. Am I wrong?
You are wrong. It's another vintage red.
Oh, nice.
Vintage red.
With black. Now, just think about the difference between a vintage red Halcyon with black pinstripe and a vintage red Halcyon with gold pinstripe.
Yeah.
It's a completely different look.
It changes the primary color.
It changes the primary color, and it also changes what you focus on with the bike. Like it makes, to me, it makes the chassis stand out more.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because so much you can do with these bikes.
So many different color combinations.
Go back to that last one. I don't like the angles.
Yeah, I don't know why we do the angled picture. It's a little artistic flair.
So we have a Halcyon 450 with single black pinstripe, headlight visor, bar end weights. think I see there in that.
Yeah, there's a couple pixels that say
we
bar
also
and
have
weights.
black leather, a matching black tool roll bag, no saddlebags.
No, Speed Racer, don't give up. Trust in us. Believe in us.
Mike Skidmore says, made of various parts from all over the world, my 1978 Yamaha YZ100 came with a champion spark plug to help the trade deficient. Had to have to replace with an NGK Pronto. Champion finally upgraded too.
Huh.
2 copper core plugs. Interesting. I just took Champion plugs out of my Ducati. That's what it had in it. And they were very rusty and decrepit. They were firing fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just went ahead and got new plugs for it. And the spec calls for, there it is. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
This is very interesting. The spec calls for NGKs.
Huh.
But I would almost be willing to guess that those were the original plugs,
yeah.
or they were put in
pretty
early on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have another 450. This is not frame matched. It is vintage red, black pinstripe. And this customer, I was just looking at this bike as well, picked a black feather logo with black outlining. So it literally, you can be 2 feet away from this and it just looks like a black feather. It's very difficult to see the Janus logo.
Let's see if we can get a close up. That might be the closest one we have of
you can
feather.
see the paint though. You can see that it is painted with the feather. So you can see it if you get really close.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult.
Yeah. Are they different sheens?
I don't think so.
Oh, daggone it.
Anyway, beautiful bike.
That's going to be,
I'm not sure I would go with that feather logo.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
And that's one that you can make, which is kind of fun.
It's a great bike. But I just like a little more contrast.
Right. Definitely. What about a white pinstripe or white text? I think we've had a motorcycle come through with that.
All right.
Oh, there's a better picture.
Yeah, there it is.
Great looking motorcycle. I love seeing 2 versions of vintage red. I think that's super fun, super sharp. It really helps you see the difference between how many options you can have. We're gonna head to Things of This World, where we've got a little spoiler.
Yeah, we do.
Or just a full-on release, I would say.
Yeah, we do.
So that'll
Stay tuned.
Coming up right after this.
All cars eat at the gasateria. Old people eat in a cafeteria. My mom suffers from mild hysteria. Sent her off to northern Siberia. Met a man who came from Kingdom Come, killed his kids with a sawed-off shotgun. Lied to his lawyers and the jury let him run. Spends his time like a raisin in the sun.
Richard, we've kept people waiting for too long.
No, I'm very excited to announce that we have a new limited edition Janus motorcycle
We do.
that we're going to tell you all a little bit about.
We teased it last week.
We did.
Fringe versus tassel. Which one? Well, I hope you picked tassel.
What did we do last week?
I can't remember what we shared last week.
I think we shared on the pre-ramble the tassels.
Did we?
Yeah.
We showed them again today during the pre-ramble.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, now we should just show the people. Huh?
Okay. So we are launching, and I think some of you all may have already received an email, but we are launching our 250th anniversary Americana edition in celebration of the upcoming 4th of July and our national birthday. We're really excited about it. Our owners rally is called the Ramblers Roundup. So we're kind of
Full blown.
The specs for the...
You guys still got us? We cut out there for a second. But I do have the specs, Richard.
Why don't you pull those specs up? And I'll show you all everything. So this is the Americana edition. And I just saw one comment there right before we got off that says every year Harley announces a new model with different colors. And this is a little bit more than that. It is. This is a real limited edition bike that we're excited to offer. We've already sold several to our, we actually launched this to WeFunder investors first. But now we're launching it to a selection, well, first to owners, Janus Motorcycles owners, and of course, Ramble streamers.
Yes.
But the bike is available in some really cool colors. So we've got our versions of red, white, and blue, and then a selection of pinstripes that complement that. Comes with double pinstripes. So you can pick Cardinal or Vintage Red, Charlevoix or American Blue, Aga Cream or Lake Effect White. Comes with the combination of standard red, white, and blue or metallic offerings for the pinstripe. It comes with a limited edition engraved 250th anniversary fuel cap, which looks superb.
It looks sharp.
Very excited about that. And then also, there you go.
There's the fringe package.
So the fringe package is what is our thing today.
Yes, as it should be.
So here's a saddlebag.
Man, look at that.
Let's get all the tassels. You know, I've never really been a tassel kind of guy, but I'm pretty excited about this. It's pretty cool. It looks really good on a 250.
Yeah.
I should also mention that the 250th anniversary specials are only 250s. We're not doing this on the 450.
Nope.
So if you want to have a 250th 250, now is the only year we will be doing this.
The only time.
So we're excited. It comes along with the saddlebag. It comes with a tasseled seat. And these, I wish I could show it to you on a bike that's been worn in.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, the deluxe seat, which is what it's available with, it's not available on any other seats. With the deluxe seat, it takes a little while for that to break in and really take its shape. But these tassels hang down all the way around. Looks really, really cool.
It looks so cool.
And it really actually matches the bike.
Yeah.
The bike just fit it really well.
It takes it like a champ. It's really cool.
Last but not least.
Now this one, I love the seat. I love the saddlebags. This one.
But if you're going with tassels.
This one is questionable to me.
Gotta go. Also serves as a whip.
Yeah, just in case your co-host starts acting out.
Now these are awesome handlebar tassels that actually with leather cords attach over your handlebars, so you have a leather grip.
Super cool.
Turns your grips to matching leather as well.
It reminds me, and this is like in a good way. I wouldn't personally have them on mine, but it reminds me of like my sister's bicycle growing up that had like the pink frilly tassels hanging out the end.
Well, those were trying to emulate this.
Right.
Because it all started with real leather ones on American motorcycles.
Made motorcycles.
This is very American.
This is the truest American motorcycle.
The legacy of the West.
That's a cool line.
Yeah.
The legacy of the West.
So we're really about these. It's been a fun project to see these come together and kind of blow the team's mind a little bit too, because they're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Especially with the color combos, the cream. I believe it's cream. The cream red and blue one.
Yeah, cream red and blue one looks really good.
It looks really, really good.
And the leather options, we're adding a leather color.
Is that on this?
Is
that on this?
I think it should
this
be
document
on
here.
the doc. Yeah,
Let me see
pull
if
it
I
up
can
one more
pull it up.
time. Leather, choice of leather color: saddle brown, black, oxblood, and white. You can get white leather.
Boom.
With this package.
And we're still waiting.
We haven't gotten one of those yet.
We're still waiting.
I'm really excited. Actually, I designed a limited edition Halcyon back in the 50cc days with white leather. I never built it, but I spec'd it out. Yeah.
Production is limited. There's a lead time of about 4 to 6 weeks. And these are all built to order, as you guys know. So if you guys would like to order one, I believe the configurator might have...
The configurator it should be live either late today, which it already is, or tomorrow.
Okay.
If you are a Janus owner or if you subscribe to our mail list, well, if you're an owner, at least you should have already received an email. But that order form is available for download.
Yeah.
And if you haven't gotten it yet, you will soon.
Right.
Because we're phasing the launch of this out.
Yeah.
So
You guys are some of the first people to know. So you should feel so special being on the Ramble Stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we're glad to release stuff release stuff like this to you all first.
the Marquis de Sade wants to know your location.
I had so much fringe on my Kawasaki Drifter. It got me over it, but it was cool to have, Nancy.
Nice.
Speaking of expertise, those tassels will whip up from the wind and hit your arms, and they'll remind you that you're alive, and it shouldn't matter because you always wear your gear, Kelly.
The cool thing with these tassels is if you're kind of like a 8-inch tassel guy, we got you covered.
Mhm.
If you're like a 4-inch tassel guy,
If any longer,
very easy to adjust the length of your tassels.
any longer, if you want them longer,
You could probably arrange that.
You can make 2 sets and then cut and then tie. Options are unlimited, really. You could do whatever you want. The Speed Racer just says, hell no. Are you saying that to the white or to the tassels? I think the white is going to be, would be something that I do. If I were to buy a 250th anniversary bike, it would be with the white. It's just so unique. What is Mike saying? In 1976, consumers sand and gravel painted their concrete mix drums red, white, and blue for the bicentennial. Huh. You know, America only turns 250 once. French braids? Yes. You can French braid it if you really want to.
You can do all
You can put weights on the end. I don't know what I would be interested to
bells
to look into the history of tassels. Like I see some motorcycles that have like the big, like super long ones, but they've
like
got
the
like
whip
weights.
on the they put it on their actual levers, which there's got to be a way it works. But like all I can imagine is like catching your like front brake lever on something,
sending you over the handlebars.
Right.
I don't know.
I never understood. There's got to be something I'm missing, right? Of course.
There has to be. I would love to see the history. We've got a couple things coming up. The 250th anniversary motorcycle is one of them. The second one, which we've referenced already a little bit, is the Ramblers Roundup. That's happening September 17th through the 20th. We're super excited about that. That's still coming together. You guys can get your VIP tickets now. I believe spots are filling up. Where are we at on?
I don't know the actual count.
Okay,
but no, there's room for more.
Yeah,
but we're putting even more work into this year's. I've talked a little bit about on previous Ramble streams the fact that we're going to have workshops that actually mean like you can come away with something.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to participate in the process. So one of them will be pinstriping.
Very cool.
So you can make what you will of that, but the spots for those are limited.
Yeah.
So if you do want to get one of those workshops, signing up sooner than later is a good idea. But we'll do a lot of educational workshops. There'll
be a live Ramble stream.
Lots
of
rides,
fun stuff.
parties, food, concerts. So both outdoor Janus concerts and big concerts right next door.
Heck yeah.
So it'll be a fun time.
It's going to be awesome. We would love to see you there, whether you own a Janus or not.
Build your own fenders. No, we're not doing fenders. Sorry.
BYOF. Sorry. Bring your own. Tassels workshops, Chop Rocks, of course, just for you specifically. I haven't talked to Richard about this, but I would say that we could give away a VIP ticket eventually.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Well, not tonight. But
not tonight. We can
publicize it ahead of time.
We can.
Maybe we'll get some more viewership.
You gotta be
get
there.
Some more likes.
You gotta be there. Like and subscribe, everybody. Bruce Berger says, Berger, sorry. Well, Roundel, I clicked on it. And Bar and Weights. Tooled silver logo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Maybe a little turquoise to go with it.
VIP, everyone's saying. Maybe that'll be the code word. Who knows? To join in on the giveaway. But we're really excited about that. We've got the George Wyman ride as well coming up this weekend. Richard?
That's what I was just pulling up was the Wyman ride. Yeah, the Wyman ride is, I believe, this weekend. I still need, or it's, hold on.
While I was looking that up, we had a great discovery day. It was good to see. I didn't see you guys, but I'm sure you guys had a great time if you came. Always love hosting Janus owners and future Janus owners here in our shop, getting everyone on motorcycles and having a good time. So thank you all so much for coming to that. There will be another one of those here in a couple months. We'll have more information as it gets closer.
Yeah, it's going to be June 27th. Leave from here at Janus Motorcycles at 9:45 a.m. and we're going to ride to Kendallville. Kendallville, where this amazing old school teacher has taken this George Wyman story as a personal project, and he's hosting a festival of George Wyman in Kendallville. Kendallville was along, just like Goshen, George Wyman's route. So we're going to retrace his route from here to Kendallville. And then we are going to, Wednesday night proceeding, this coming Wednesday, I'm giving a talk there. If you're interested in coming to that, I'll be talking about my adventures all the way across the country. And then on the day of the event, I will be kind of doing a brief version of that. And Tim Masterson, who is the founder and operator of the George Wyman Foundation, who got me interested in George Wyman. He got me interested in long distance riding and Iron Button Association riding. Will be riding in to deliver that and present the plaque, which they're putting up. So it's going to be a fun kind of historic event, small town. I think there's a hot dog eating competition.
Nice.
The most American fun stuff.
Welcome to the 250th year.
America, yeah.
Well, let's eat a whole bunch of hot dogs to celebrate things, because that's just what we do.
That's this weekend. So if you're in the area, we really encourage you all to come out for that and ride your bike and participate in the long tradition of George Wyman.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're excited for that. We're going to get to our ramble here right after this.
$8,000 for a 250. That's a lot of money. And if you're comparing horsepower, top speed, or features, there are cheaper motorcycles that win every time. But the Halcyon 250 wasn't built for the next 3 years. It was built for the next 30. Some things are cheaper to buy, and some things are worth buying once. The Halcyon 250 was built for the second category.
We're right back. So close, so fast.
So we had a comment there that somebody said that no, Richard starts it out on the 24th. Oh, I see. Yes, that is. I start the Wednesday night presentation is on the 24th. The actual event is the 27th. Does that make sense, everybody?
Jansen, why did you shave your beard? Because I spent like a day and a half with Richard and just decided that I wanted to have a mustache too.
He wanted to join the police as well.
Yes, that's why.
Secretly.
Don't tell anybody. No, I trimmed my beard and then I walked in and Danny was like, "Why don't you just do the mustache?"
I have to say, it looks really good.
Thank you.
I think it's a good look.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to like change it up every once in a while, you know. Yeah. What do you think about American motorcycles, Richard? What do you think makes an American motorcycle an American motorcycle? Is an American motorcycle more than just the sum of its parts?
That's a good question. It's a good one. We set ourselves a real challenging topic.
We gave ourselves 16 minutes to tackle this.
But I definitely want to hear what the folks in the chat think about this.
Absolutely.
But we're in an interesting position as motorcycles because we simultaneously founded this company and operate this company as a extremely local manufacturer.
When you say extremely, for those of the people who don't know, how extreme?
Well, we assemble everything here. We paint everything here. We fabricate much of the components within a mile in our fabrication shop. And we partner, and we have partnered from our very inception with local suppliers to do the vast majority of the manufacturing production that goes into every motorcycle. At the same time, we import some parts from literally the other side of the world talking to Jansen earlier, we were talking about like what defines made in America in the strict Federal Trade Commission definition. You were saying it was 60%. I thought it was higher.
60%.
But Jansen says it's 60% of components of a product need to be made in America for it to be defined as made in America. However, one of the things that I've learned is that to be made in America is not, those components are not equal. So the example that the FTC gives for how to define made in America, there you go, is a lamp. And so if the light bulb in the lamp is not made in America, that's weighted against you because the light bulb is like the centerpiece of the vehicle. So in terms of a motorcycle, what would be the centerpiece of a motorcycle?
The headlight.
No, the engine. So you can obviously tell that right out of the gate, our engines come from the other side of the world. That puts us in a unique kind of position where we are simultaneously have a global supply chain and hyper local one. And so what makes something made in America, I think, has to do with that. You know, where the parts come from, obviously. We are huge proponents of not just domestic manufacturing, but Elkhart County manufacturing.
Right.
At the same time, you need to contrast that with, what is the business? Is the business a American business?
Right. Is
it supporting American jobs? Is it supporting the American economy? All those things have to be weighed when you say that. And the last piece that I think is probably the most difficult to pin down is, I think that there's something that has to do with the spirit of the product.
Right.
Especially when it comes to motorcycles.
Right.
And is that spirit American? And that's just like, I mean, what do we mean when we say that? Like, I mean, because you can take like the super like patriotic kind of national kind of approach, or you can take the sort of like what feels appropriate.
Right. Like, to help explain it, because I don't think either of us have it completely
by no means
kind of figured out, ironed out. So that's why we're here. But when I think of Harley and like starting in like the mid 50s up until like, I don't know, I would even say like early 90s, that they held the American spirit.
Well, they held the American experience from 1903 on.
Do you think it was that early?
Oh, well, I mean, think about absolutely. I think that you had the battle between Indian and Harley-Davidson. It was battled on the racetracks of America.
Yeah. But
absolutely.
But those felt like tried and true. They held the spirit of an American manufacturer.
You're saying that
because against all odds,
and in this fact that a lot of the other brands died in about the 50s,
right,
or 30s,
and Harley almost did,
right,
but
an Indian did in 1953,
but they pushed through, and like that ability to push through like that, it feels like there's a portion of the American spirit in that.
Absolutely.
So like
absolutely
beyond how, and I know this can be kind of heady, right? But beyond how the motorcycle actually functions, there needs to be some passion behind the brand itself. And I think that Harley has lost that passion in pursuit of profit.
Well, I don't think that's a very controversial opinion, right?
Right.
But I mean, somewhere along the way, a brand does reach an iconic status. And Harley-Davidson certainly has reached that status.
Yeah.
Indian reached that status. And many other great brands, American brands did.
Yeah.
Some brands that didn't necessarily make very many motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like think about something like Crocker, for example. Crocker produced very, very few motorcycles, but they're so defining in, even I think that Harley would, and you can look at the way that a Harley-Davidson looks, owes some of that to Crocker. It's you can just look at it and say, that's an American motorcycle.
Right. Right.
And it has the spirit. And that's what I mean. Like, and then you look at a MV Agusta or a Gorelli and you say, that's Italian. And then that one's English.
Arlsberg says, hold the spirit. What does that even mean? Does Moto Marina hold the Italian spirit today?
No.
It does.
I don't think so.
Why is that?
Because it's not Italian. I mean, and it literally doesn't even have an Italian engine. Like, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we get our engine from China, but we've picked an engine that for what we do. And it's different than the V-twin that defines American.
A lot of how we respond to people who are saying, well, just get an American engine. A lot of how we respond to that is like, if you can find a small displacement single cylinder engine that's made in America, we would be all over it.
Right.
But there's nothing.
I guess the other thing you could say that is like, well, if you want to be American, you need to make a V-twin that's 1,000 cc's.
That's fair.
You know, that's one thing. But I guess to answer that question about Marini, I love that point because it's a lot of those Marinis are using basically a Kawasaki Ninja 650 engine. Great motor. Those Marinis are great bikes.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a motorcycle that is entirely from a different imagination. It's not the motor. Look at a Marini 3.5 from the 70s. It's so inherently Italian. It just speaks of it has this flair.
Yeah.
And new Marinis are great, but they don't do that. I mean, they're very great value.
Right.
And the same thing could be said for, I mean, like, look at, is Indian really Indian? That'd be another question. Like,
it's like the Theseus. What
like,
is that Theseus ship of
right,
motorcycle
yeah,
manufacturers?
but that is the old thing. You look at Harley-Davidson and you say,
yeah,
that is a continuation of the same vision,
right,
for 100 and however many years.
Right.
It's incredible.
So I guess I want us to really figure out how to nail down and articulate what the spirit of America is.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to do that. I mean,
we can take some stabs.
I think visually there are cues, but I think mostly it's what is the American way.
Well, on some level, the American way has to do with optimism and seeking your fortune. In this, it's built into the not just the founding, but the discovery.
Right.
These were these adventurers that went here and survived unimaginable hardship.
Right.
To seek for the very risky potential of making their fortune in the and preserving, or in some cases finding religious, freedom or whatever.
Right.
But like some of them were just adventurers,
right?
or investors,
or
risky and capitalists,
or they got into some financial trouble.
Right,
and
right.
This seems better than
indentured
jail.
servitude.
Seems better over here.
Anyway, where I'm going with that is that I think that the American motorcycle, if you look at, that's the way I would describe it, is that it has this sort of optimism and this kind of long-leggedness where they are thinking about going west.
Yeah.
And this sort of travel is built in, and the idea that not everything has been found. Like if you look at an English motorcycle, it's designed for English roads, where everything has been found.
Right.
Everything is worked out.
Everything
has been discovered. And this is a motorcycle for winding your way through that. And same with an Italian bike. It's like, it's almost designing a motor. The road is almost a racetrack in the sense that it's been figured out. You know where you're going.
Yeah.
Whereas in America, it's sort of this, what's around that corner? I don't know what's over there. It's so big.
Right.
And so I think that's one of the reasons that V-twin has become popular. And to really participate in that, kind of going back to what you were saying, like, is it possible to lose that? I think it's certainly possible if your brand has been bought by a different entire economic machine.
Right.
Yeah, you can lose that. It's no longer Italian. Our engines coming for the F450 are not Italian engines.
Right.
They're Japanese engines that are made in China.
Right.
It's very, but they're very much so. But we picked it because it speaks to this language of this purest form of simple single cylinder that is fitting for this kind of a new kind of running. So we're often like Lululand.
Yeah.
In some ways.
I would say that in and of itself, and this might be coping here, and I'm completely aware of that. That in and of itself, of like the pursuit of a very specific vision, is very American.
I would agree.
So
I think that the story of Janus is extremely American.
right, yeah, I agree. Whether our light bulb is made in China or not,
Right. Yeah.
But does it? Another fun question is: does Made in America hold the weight that it feels like it does?
I hope so. I think it's going to become more important too.
You think?
I do. I think that we're all getting used to the cost of things rising, and the more, I'm not getting political here by any means, but as things are the way they are, and the cost of just, for whatever reason, importing climbs, oil prices, whatever war is going on, and they just seem like they're more and more frequent. And we realize how fragile, certainly as I know, like few people do, how
Right.
fragile the supply chain actually is.
in it.
Yeah. How it does shore up the ability, the fact that if things are expensive, well, then why don't we just make them over here
Right.
in Iowa or in,
Right.
Pennsylvania, or York, like that reinforces that. And I think that the people recognize that value. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I think that people, we're all human, and we're all want our money to go to what is the best value.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
But did we leave any strings like with Harley? The question of they somehow losing that American thing.
Yeah, I would like to go back to that for sure. Just wondering about looking at even just some of the design language behind their newer models. Just feeling, we talked a little bit about can motorcycles have too many jobs?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're steering into that category, which to me is un-American.
Well, the counter. Sorry, I don't mean to.
No,
this is good. I'm just kind of diving around. The counter is like, as we saw in the chat, somebody was talking about their Buell, and their chassis is made outside of Bologna, and their different parts are made all over the world. I don't think anyone can find a more American company than the original Buell motorcycles. Like,
I mean, for real though.
For real, like it's a group of optimistic, wild, motorcycle passionate people that started a company, and they built it from with against all odds. That's what's
Ducati is a pretty American company.
In what sense?
In that sense of like just some good old boys who want to race.
Well, there's a certain.
There is a
language that's universal to motorcycles. And I think you could say the same thing about Moto Guzzi.
That's fair.
Or these, but Ducati has that, but what they focus on is something different, which is so Italian, which is this amazing sense of style and of flair, and of course also performance. That Harley doesn't need to worry about. Their style is much different. And I'm not even going to apologize for the kind of stereotypes that we can find in motorcycles for different places they come from.
Right.
It's beautiful that you have this diversity, and you can recognize an English motorcycle for its failures and its strengths.
Right.
Failures and strengths. And in America, they all have their own failures and strengths, but they're all uniquely the way they are, and they're uniquely appropriate.
Right.
What we're trying to do at Janus is it's a difficult balance.
Yeah.
To quote Richard Wilbur, because we are operating, I believe, in that tradition of ingenuity, entrepreneurship, starting from nothing, building a motorcycle the way you want to do it. But we're kind of inverting some of the what traditionally an American motorcycle is.
Yeah.
Well, we did the first engine we came out with was not a V-twin. It was a Spanish 50cc two-stroke.
Right. It's like fighting against the stigma. So again, coming back to that question, is like being made in America, is that still a badge of, I don't think a badge of honor is the correct term, but is that still something to strive for?
Yes. I would say that it's something to strive for more practical reasons than the spirit. The spirit must be there
Yeah.
for transcendent reasons,
Mhm.
which are more important than practical ones.
Mm.
But the practical reasons are very important. Like people want things that work and that are affordable
Mhm.
and that are reliable and that the supply chain works.
Right.
That's a reason to make things in the United States.
Right.
And
Because
if
there's more
you want to
control.
just if you're trying to argue with an economist on a transcendent level, they're not going to listen to you.
Well, no,
And a customer isn't on some level
Right.
too.
Right.
Now, it matters, but if you can make it like Buell is a great example. Like they're going to try and find, like we argue,
Mhm.
we're going to find the best supplier for this component. And if that supplier is in Australia for shock absorbers, then let's go there. If it's the best fit, and it isn't necessarily the best one in the world, it's the best fit for us.
Right.
And maybe for some people that would be that they have to go to, China just because it's cheap.
Right.
We don't go to China because it's cheap.
American bikes.
I mean, hint. I mean, our motors are not cheap.
No.
We go because that's the best place to get them.
Right. Because they accomplish the goal that we want them to. American bikes, famous for their affordability. LOL. Yeah,
Well,
Carlsberg.
that's where I would maybe this is a closing point.
Yeah.
Would argue that I think that brands like Harley-Davidson have lost the thread,
Mhm.
and I think that any Harley rider wouldn't disagree that the American dream, the American spirit, is that when you're young and passionate and ready to ride a motorcycle, that you can afford to buy one.
Right.
And that's what we strive for. Now, our bikes, relative to other small displacement motorcycles, are not the cheapest, and we're never going to try and do that.
Right.
But we're also not trying to sell our motorcycles for $40,000, because what you end up with there is you mortgage your future for the present. And that is not the future of the American spirit is building something great.
You mortgage your present for the future. That's a pretty
Well, no, mortgage your future for
your
the present.
future for the present.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
Well, but you see what I'm saying? It's
I
like
completely understand.
Okay, we're just going to only sell these bikes to people who can afford them,
right.
and it's not even like a good business model, because you do want to think about your kids,
Right.
and your grandkids, and being able. I mean, I'm not questioning the quality of their bikes or anything, but
No,
if that's the way
just
that
thought
that's kind of like a boomer move.
I thought that statement was very profound. To mortgage your future for your present means that you are sacrificing. You're
Your
sacrificing
sustainability.
what is important to you now, but you're like pushing it off, almost in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I legitimately think that that's something that you can write on a poster.
What do you all think? You
We've
think
got
I'm
a
off
lot of
base?
good comments. Janus may be the most American-made motorcycle at the moment. I mean, I legitimately think that it is, and I can say that because I have some partisan here. Jansen, why'd you go? We can talk about that later, Kelly. It's because I did a challenge. Nothing too deep.
You had a serious problem.
I had a serious problem, guys. People is a bit nebulous word when it comes to dictating what they value or don't value. Some care about origin or quality or working conditions. Others continue to buy Nikes made in Thailand.
Yeah, everything is a generalization.
Everything is relative.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's.
I think
When we
everything's
talk about
relative.
people, we're
Right.
we're making generalizations. I think things are not relative, but that's just
we can talk about that later, Richard. We can fight in the alleyway.
you wouldn't be the first.
Speaking of engines, would an SWM Stormbreaker powered at Janus come around anytime soon?
Stormbreaker is the new 883.
Oh, is it really?
They have no.
Richard, you're a part of the reason a Janus is a Janus. What do you think? What do you think about that? I mean, I did design the thing, you said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do think that what we're trying to do here is a little microcosm of the American project. And by America, I'm talking about what we've been trying to do for 250 years, which is make a mark on the world, trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you come from on the political spectrum. I think that we can all identify behind that.
Right.
And it takes a certain amount of grit, and it takes a certain amount of optimism, and just stick with itness. And I think that if anything categorizes Janus, it's our ability to just stick with it. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was all the different American manufacturers. There's some great ones. I think we would be remiss not to give a little shout out to Rokon. Rokon?
I don't even know what
Rokon is. Rokon, I bet you there's some people on this chat that have one. It's a 2-wheel drive motorcycle made in I think they're made in New Hampshire.
That's cool.
Or they were originally Vermont or New Hampshire.
A 2-wheel drive motorcycle.
They're hideous little things that are just awesome. You can fill the tires with water or gas. You want a little extra fuel? Fill up your giant tires. But companies like that, it's how do they still exist?
That's
so cool. And I'm sure people say that about Janus. How have they lasted 15 years?
I wonder if that's the question then. The question that determines if something is has the American spirit is how are they still in business?
I hope not.
Is that the question? The fact that I can own a motorcycle that was made here in the US and I can take a long trip and go visit the people that made it, talk to them, ride with them, and be in community with them is wild.
That's awesome.
We're glad you're part of the family, it seems.
It's a 2-wheel drive ATV is what it is. That's an Rokon.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, we could probably ramble on for another 2 hours like we did on the Cleveland Moto podcast. If you haven't, go check out Cleveland Moto podcast number 556. Jansen and I are on there. I think it kind of degrades toward the end, but it's a lot of fun.
I got tired. I got sleepy, legitimately.
I got intoxicated.
Chris Smith just hopped on over and fell asleep in the stairways.
Did he really?
Yeah. So that's the kind of show it was.
Well, it was really fun. We want to give them a big shout out.
Yes.
So thank you for having us on.
Yes.
We'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, I would love to go back. It was a
and
great
we're gonna have some of them out here.
We should definitely do that. We should have as many as possible in this room. It could be fun. We'll see you next week for episode 135. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you then.
Next week is a walk through the American motorcycle graveyard. That could be kind of a cool
that could
story.
Be cool. Just see what's gone.
All right, folks.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.